test? Who tested positive twice?
Ryan, the day of and the day before.
We're gonna get all the information from the commission, and then we'll obviously make a statement. But right now we have to get the B samples and all that. So yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. But it's like there's no room for anyone to cheat, and I strongly feel that Ryan didn't cheat.
Lies. They're all lies. Fact check. Ryan Garcia's B sample, as of me recording this video, has not come back. The investigation is still pending. What does this mean? I will explain in this video. Now, 2024, I told you I wasn't playing no games. You can listen to me or you can listen to them, the shapeshifters. There's a lot of lies, a lot of content creators. They put out whatever, don't do the fact checks, don't do any research, don't do any investigation. I told you I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. And the information that I drop right here on my channel, take it to the bank. It's accurate. I don't have to, I'm Boxingego. I'm ego. I don't have to do things for views. That just comes naturally. So the reason this is a topic is because Ryan Garcia initially beat Devin Haney. About 2 weeks later, the week of the Canelo fight, we get the unfortunate and bad news that Ryan, his PED test, tested positive for one conclusive banned substance, ostarine, and then possibly a second one, right? And that were the metabolites of nandrolone. That's where we're at with it. No more, no less. And it's funny because you come to TikTok, you go to boxing Twitter, X, you come to YouTube, and you'll see all types of different information. I'm here to tell you, to clarify in this video, take it or leave it. I'm telling you what's going on. And I put out this tweet days ago, the day before, or actually the day of the Canelo fight. How the F did Ryan Garcia's test results from April 19th, 20th, just come back about a few days ago, and I reported about it when he failed the day it was announced. Dan Rafael was the first person with sources saying Ryan Garcia failed a PED test. So it took from the test was taken April 19th, April 20th, all the way to the Canelo fight week. So that's about, 10 plus days, right? But then now you have content creators and people saying that the B sample for Ryan Garcia came back, and it's only been like a few days since the announcement that Ryan Garcia even failed. So this is what's happening. You guys are being lied to and deceived. I said LMAO. So the first results took weeks to come back, but now the B sample is allegedly tested in 2 days. LOL, y'all be lying. Plus, VADA did the testing for the sample A, the original sample that he flagged for. Now, the New York State Athletic Commission is running an investigation and testing the B sample. So people don't even have their facts together. And you guys heard that at the beginning. Oscar De La Hoya, after Canelo beat his fighter, Jaime Munguia, I talked about that on the channel, he says we're still waiting for things to come back. And it's ironic because you see a lot of the Haniacs, they're running around saying, oh, this is in his test, this is in his test, this failed, this failed. I don't know what's going to happen next, which is why I said, let's let this thing play out and I will report it. But you got a lot of people who just put out any type of information and then the fans gobble it up like, oh yeah, this is what's happening. And then they come to try to tell me what's going on in boxing as if I'm not the best in the business and it's not even close. So we'll see how it plays out. B sample most of the time comes back and it is still dirty, but we gotta wait and see this thing play out. There's no guarantee either way. There might be some new development, which is why I told you guys, let's wait this thing out. And it's funny because a lot of the Haniacs who said Devin can't lose and Devin was going to knock out Ryan Garcia in the first 3 rounds and dominate Ryan Garcia, when it didn't happen, they were melancholy and sad and almost like disappeared. But then it breathed new life into him, almost as if it was a good thing when Ryan Garcia failed the test. And for me, I don't look at that as a good thing when somebody fails a PED test for the sport of boxing, especially after a high profile fight that was getting attention for the outcome. I don't know what the ticket sales and the pay-per-view were because they didn't release those numbers, but the outcome got a lot of traffic because you had an undefeated Black American fighter and he got spanked, and he got spanked by a guy who did all this radical stuff to build up the fight. So it's funny to see a lot of people who are spreading this bad and misinformation prematurely. Again, on my channel, my pledge to you, the fans, is to provide you guys with reliable information. There's really no rush. When the information comes back, once it's confirmed, if his test is B sample, is inconclusive, if he found out he tested positive for more stuff, whatever that outcome is, Boxingego will be there to report it. But again, you got a lot of people who aren't even well informed, and they're saying that the B sample is this and that, and it has this and contains that, and none of that has been confirmed as of me recording this video. So I had to make this updated video to clarify it for the fans, because when other people, when you get bad actors in any occupation, those bad actors force the people who are doing it right with integrity and, you know, journalism. You know, sometimes it spreads to me, and people start asking me, hey, what's happened? Oh, I heard this, and oh, he had this and this. The reality is they're investigating. And I'm talking about the New York State Athletic Commission. They're doing an investigation. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned on my channel for the conclusion. But I'll be glad when this fight is totally like out the way and a decision is rendered either way, because this fight has just carried on and carried on and carried on. And I'm really, May is a great month of boxing. You got great fights coming up, and I don't want to just keep talking about the same thing. But when there's bad information, I'm like Bruce Wayne in boxing. I told you, Batman. And when that bat signal is up and there's a lot of lies and libel and, you know, deceitful information out, I got to clarify it. And some people get mad at me because I'm accurate with my job, and they say, oh, you're vouching for Ryan Garcia. All right. How am I vouching for Ryan Garcia? I don't support cheating. How am I vouching because I said, let's see how this thing plays out when this investigation is pending? If you were accused of a murder, then you have a trial. That's the U.S. judicial system. And then you plead your case. The defense has their case against you. The state or whatever has their case against you. You battle it out. The outcome is what it is. And then a good journalist would say, hey, the jury found O.J. Simpson not guilty or guilty. That's my job here. My job is to not rush the due process. It doesn't matter how guilty you think somebody is. You got to wait for the evidence to come out and wait for things nature to take its course before you fully have too much of an opinion, especially in the fight like this, where it's like a one-of-one type of buildup. Ryan was acting insane before, during, and after the fight. And I will say this is he's acting like he don't care. He's gambling with Peso Pluma. He's with Canelo, going to the fights. He's doing interviews. He really acting like he don't care. So I don't want to give you guys false information. Therefore, it's better for me to just wait and see how this thing plays out. And then we can open up the discussion. But there's no rush. The boy ego is going to be here. So at the end of the day, I'm going to see how this plays out and check back on the channel. But there's a lot of bad information saying that the B sample's back. Again, it took 10 plus days for the A sample to get tested and for the failed test to make it public and come to light. But then 2 days after the test failed, people are saying the investigation's over and the B side is already returned. And you heard Oscar De La Hoya, and I'm telling you, that's not the case. So stay tuned. Watch this space.